We spend almost every waking moment chasing something. We want the promotion, the perfect relationship, the better house, and the moment we get it, the satisfaction evaporates, leaving us right back on the treadmill, running toward the next milestone until we are exhausted. When that exhaustion finally sets in and the material victories feel empty, we usually pivot. We decide to chase something higher. We start seeking inner peace, enlightenment, or spiritual truth. Even history's greatest thinkers fell into this pattern. Socrates spent his life trying to solve the riddle of human existence, striving to acquire the ultimate knowledge of how to live. But this pursuit hides a trap. There is an old Zen anecdote about a student named Doko who approached his master with a very practical question. In what state of mind should I seek the truth? The master's answer breaks every rule of self-improvement. He replied, "There is no mind, so you cannot put it in any state. And there is no truth, so you cannot seek it." Our brains hate answers like this. In Japan, there is a traditional toy called a Dharma doll. If you knock it over, its weighted bottom immediately snaps it back into an upright Buddha posture. The human mind works exactly the same way. When faced with a profound paradox like there is nothing to seek, the mind immediately tries to right itself, turning the paradox into just another puzzle to solve. We are so desperate to figure life out, but that very desperation, that constant need to achieve a state of understanding, is the exact illness keeping us from the cure of inner peace. To understand why seeking fails, we have to look at how desire actually works. Any search requires a goal, and a goal requires a destination that you haven't reached yet. Look at this timeline. Wanting something projects your consciousness out of the here now across a gap of time toward an imaginary future goal. Desire manufactures time. But perfect peace only exists now. Drop the goal, and that future collapses, leaving only the present. This is why heavily disciplined, goal-oriented monks often look so tense. They are meditating for hours or fasting for days, convinced that if they just work hard enough, they will purchase a future reward. They are still trapped in the machinery of desire. Any act of seeking, even the noble pursuit of enlightenment, guarantees that you will miss reality. You are forcing your mind to live in a future that simply doesn't exist. We also misunderstand the tool we use to seek. We treat the mind as a solid, permanent object. But the mind is actually a lot like a crowd. A crowd isn't a single entity. It's just a collection of individuals. When the individuals leave, the crowd vanishes. The mind is just a rapid procession of temporary thoughts. Because these thoughts move so quickly, they create the illusion of a solid substance. It's like an iridescent soap bubble catching the morning light. It looks completely solid and beautiful, but the moment you touch it, it breaks. You realize there was nothing inside but empty space. If you pay close attention, you can actually observe this emptiness. Try to look at the microscopic interval, the tiny gap between two rapid thoughts. When a sudden spike of anger or a strong sense of identity arises, it feels permanent. But these are just passing clouds. They drift in, obscure your vision for a moment, and then drift away. They are not the environment itself. What remains when the clouds clear is what Zen masters call no mind. It is the eternal, unchanging sky that exists behind and between every passing thought. If you stop the frantic movement of anger, greed, or lust, the energy behind those emotions doesn't just evaporate. It's like a river whose dams have been removed. Without a specific target or ego to channel it, that raw energy has nowhere to go but out. It begins to overflow as unmotivated compassion, not because you're trying to be good, but because you simply have too much energy to keep inside. Discovering this state of no mind isn't about achieving a new spiritual rank or unlocking a secret power. It is simply recognizing the quiet, eternal space that was already there the moment the exhausting noise of the crowd finally stopped. We struggle to accept this because we operate with a deeply ingrained business mindset. We are conditioned to believe that everything valuable must be earned through hard work, strict rules, and suffering. You see this clearly in extreme asceticism. People will endure severe physical deprivation, essentially starving their bodies, because they believe they are making a transaction. They try to buy enlightenment with their suffering. There is an old parable that directly challenges this transactional logic. A wealthy man hired laborers to work in his garden, gathering them from the marketplace at dawn. Throughout the day, he hired more people, including a few who arrived right as the sun was setting. When the day ended, he paid every single worker the exact same amount. Naturally, those who had toiled since dawn were furious that the latecomers received equal pay for a fraction of the effort. But the rich man, representing the universe, explained his logic. He wasn't paying a mathematical wage calculated by hours worked. He was giving from a place of infinite abundance. Ultimate peace operates on the exact same principle. It is an uncast gift, a grace, or prasad, that showers down out of absolute abundance. It cannot be bought, bargained for, or earned by any frantic action of the mind. If the reward isn't a wage, then your expertise and your hard work are actually obstacles. To accept a gift of this magnitude, you have to drop the pride of the professional and the calculations of the businessman. You have to return to the state of a child, someone who doesn't know anything, claims no merit, and is simply innocent enough to receive. Life is an insoluble mystery. You are already perfect right this moment, and the truest wisdom you can ever attain is being completely, blissfully at peace with not understanding it at all.